So I was beyond excited when I learned that I would get to introduce our next honoree, actress, director, and philanthropist Chandra Wilson. Chandra has been honored with numerous awards for her acting as well as her directing, including the Screen Actors Guild, the Golden Globe, NAACP Image, and a Primetime Emmy nomination. She is best known for her leading role on the hit ABC drama Grey's Anatomy that just celebrated its 300th episode last week. Chandra inspires so many through her work, but also through her kindness and generous spirit. She cares so deeply for others and reminded me of how important it is to also be loving to ourselves. Self-care is so important. Once you do that, you can go out and conquer the world, she said. When we talked, Chandra gave such great life advice. She told me to be the best right where you are. So often we wait for the right opportunity to be great, but we can choose to believe that we're already doing the very thing that we're waiting to do. You'll never appreciate what's to come unless you appreciate where you are. Chandra said that every woman is a hero. Well, Chandra, it takes one to know one. Please join me in celebrating our final honoree of the day, Chandra Wilson. She has and continues to inspire so many women to embrace their inner strength and share their talents and enthusiasm with the world.
Woo! What a lovely lunch, y'all. Yes. I saw a lot of kids with red shirts on when I first came here. Are the babies still in here? If you all stand up so I can see you. Where the there? Hey, baby, how are you? This is why we're here, y'all. Yes. Yes, indeed. This is exactly why we're here. Okay, here we go. Everybody said everything, so I'll try and say something somebody hasn't said. But anyway, maybe not. Okay. I am absolutely honored to be standing here receiving this recognition from my new friend, Nadia Sado, and Girls, Inc. Thank you so much, Judy. Mentoring the young minds of our girls, letting them know that they are smart, cared for, and cared about has never been more important than it is today, it seems. So I love to hear the way that Nadia spoke to me about the mentorship and inclusion that she was a part of with Girls, Inc. all through high school. It reminded me a lot of my high school. Now, although we didn't have a Girls, Inc. program, that sense of inclusion and mentorship was my high school experience as well. See, I reluctantly auditioned for and got into the High School for the Performing and Visual Arts in Houston, Texas, and it truly saved me from what I could have been. See, I wasn't the best student academically in middle school, and I already had like a little short girl chip on my shoulder, and I was always ready to fight somebody. Yes, oh yes, for real, yes. I would throw down my book bag and, you know. So I showed up at my new high school with all of that, and within 2 weeks, I knew I could drop all of that because there were no bullies. I was in a place where kids wanted to go to school because doing well in academics got you the reward of your art area. Like half the day was academics, the other half was spent in dance or drama or art or vocal and instrumental music, and everybody supported you and rooted for you, and unbeknownst to me, I was being taught self-confidence, academic excellence, non-traditional casting, what it feels like to be supported and encouraged by grown-ups. All the things that Nadia spoke of about what Girls, Inc. did for her, including reluctantly applying for her college scholarship and then being blown away when she found out that she'd become a Girls, Inc. scholar. That kind of foundation I received made me brave enough to step into my dreams, and I continued to seek out mentors in my adult life for guidance, for a sounding board, for a good place to cry, and lots of sound advice. I'm so excited to know Nadia. And that if seeing Dr. Bailey on network television each week inspired her and taught her that there was a place for her in medicine, then that is a residual effect of having my amazing job all of these years that I am the most proud of. Nadia spoke to me about how some of the challenges she's faced on her journey in medicine, and she asked me, what would I say to girls out there who are struggling, having a hard time going through things that make it so hard to stay positive and focused? I said something to her like, well, first of all, it's a shame that young people have to go through anything, but your worries are valid, and that although your circumstances are overwhelming sometimes and you feel like you're the only one and nobody can understand, you are not the only one who has ever felt what you felt or gone through what you've gone through. But you can't know that without mentorship and reaching out to someone. I truly believe that each and every one of us has what I call a thing that we'll be struggling with for years, if not for the rest of our lives, whether it's a health issue, a learning difficulty, lack of confidence, or low self-esteem, just getting along with our parents, or knowing that we love ourselves, but that we're not being loving to ourselves. We all have a thing that keeps showing up over and over again, getting in the way of where we'd like to be. So what you have to do is realize that working through the thing that you're struggling with will be a blessing to somebody who's watching your story. As you're going through, you're teaching somebody else how to do it. So when you get too caught up in your own stuff, that's the time to pick up the phone and call someone you haven't spoken to in a while and just check in on them. Tell them that they were on your mind and you wanted to make sure they were okay. Check in on a neighbor or a family member. Look to make somebody smile, because in doing so, your thing gets a little bit smaller for the moment, and you hold on to that feeling, and you give it another hour, and that thing is still there, but so are you. Your life is meant to be a blessing to somebody else. Girls Inc.'s motto is to inspire young girls to be strong, smart, and bold. And don't be afraid of that word strong, my ladies. Although we tend to associate it with women standing at podiums like this, or carrying titles at the end of their names, speaking out loudly as advocates, or fighting hard for what they believe in, cursing people out sometimes. I challenge you to be strong in your own way. I certainly carried a lot of that, where'd you go? The tiara syndrome. But I'm standing right here. So, patience is strength. Endurance is strength. Humility is strength. Selflessness is strength. Trying your best is strength. And failing gracefully sometimes is strength. So I'm so glad that you ladies have found Girls Inc. to help you recognize those qualities within yourself. So go through, proceed, succeed, ask for help, and leave a path for somebody else to follow. To our girls, thank you so much, Girls Inc.